Hi, this is Kathy Powell, and this is the third day of the 30-day video challenge. Today I'm going to talk with you about your brain. If you think of your brain as RAM in a computer, when RAM gets full, RAM stands for Random Access Memory, and when the RAM gets full in a computer, the computer starts to really slow down. It just doesn't work as optimally. So the same thing happens when our brains get full. And one way that our brains get full is when we have lots of sticky notes on the brain. When we have lots of things that we're trying to remember, we're trying to manage. And it becomes very difficult. The more things that we have to manage, the more difficult it becomes. So I have a RAM dump that I've given to my clients. I work as both a productivity consultant and a coach with clients. And over the last 20 years, I've shared the RAM dump with many clients. The RAM dump is a document that gives you an exhaustive list of questions to ask yourself. You need a big pad of paper and you answer the questions. You dump all those sticky notes off your brain and onto the paper. And then I'm going to share with you some decisions that you can make with all the things that you've written down. So what are some of the kind of things that are asked in the RAM dump? First is commitments. What commitments do you have to yourself or to others that you haven't started or completed? What are some projects that perhaps you haven't started or completed? What are some goals or intentions that you have that you haven't done anything with, or maybe you've started them again, but you haven't completed them? Relationships. What relationships in your life need tending to? Perhaps there are some incompletions there with relationships. And then messes in your life are another big area. What I mean by messes, we have many different areas of our home or office or car, and we have messes. A mess might be a closet that's full of clothing that 80% of what's in there you're never going to wear. That's a mess. It makes it difficult for you to make decisions. Or your office, if you have piles of paper everywhere in your office, that's a mess. So the RAM dump helps you to dump all those sticky notes out, and then you have 4 decisions to make. Do, defer, delegate, or dump. So do, if you write down, and I'm just going to give an example, organize the garage. So if you've written that down as one of the sticky notes that was on your brain, and you ask yourself, do I choose to do that? Do I choose to defer it? Defer means I'm going to do it, but I'm not going to do it right now. Do I choose to delegate it? I'm going to hire someone else to do that, or I'm going to ask someone else in the family to do that. Delegate it, I'm not doing it. Or dump. Dump means I'm not going to do it. I'm going to leave it exactly the way it is, and I'm okay with that. So those 4 decisions are the only decisions that you need to make with all of the things on your RAM dump list. And I will provide a link to the document to the RAM dump so that you can check that out for yourself. So I encourage you to handle the sticky notes on your brain so that you can free up your brain to be present with the most important things in your life right now. Thanks for listening.